Alright, I completely forgot to actually fix my setup. Also, I'm naked. I should not be naked. There we go. But hey guys, welcome back
It's
to
a
Spark in the
cool
Dark.
song before you start the stream. Come on, man.
Yeah. That's my casual attire for Elden Ring and stuff like that I was doing earlier today. But yeah, episode 17, Spark in the Dark, back in action on Tuesdays. Tuesday is a lot better of a time for everyone. Mostly me, but hopefully for everybody else too. And I don't have to take everyone's Saturday nights away from them anymore. So, there's that. Now I know the screen looks a little weird. I'm going to fix that while somebody is doing the recap. Who wants to do it for your Actually Hero point this week?
I can do it.
Go for it.
All right, nobody interrupted. All right. So last time, atop a decrepit lighthouse on a bluff overlooking the sea, we all battled a storm hag and her manticore pet and emerged victorious. And during the fight, the hag implied that the misfortune of the hags was directly related to something Sforce did in the past and was not taking responsibility for it. Well, we escaped the crumbling lighthouse without any further incident, thank goodness. And Sforz told us some of his history in his old village. Another kobold that he was acquainted with caused a fire which caused the forest to burn. The other kobold perished, and Sforz was blamed for it. And it seems the hag's enmity towards Sforz may be oddly misplaced, assuming that Sforz told us the whole truth. On the way back to Krudarch, we stumbled upon a fort on a hill. Soldiers there told us that they were at war with vampires and that we couldn't enter. And we got some vague information about something silvery flying in the sky. We ventured further. We recalled the Hydra that attacked Krudarch and considered the third hag might have been behind it, driving it from its habitat. Some fisher folk in town suggested that they avoid going too far upstream. The Hydra could have come from maybe the east or the south. We decided we didn't really want to explore the water too much while the storm was raging, so we stayed in town and investigated a local brewery, the Spindletop Brewery. It was the owner was a halfling named Spindle. He had several people in the group try a new experimental brew made with hops from a new cellar up the river to the east. We took a fishing boat south first. We saw evidence that a large creature may have been disturbing the ground at the bottom of the river, but before we could go too much further, the white dragon Halisax from before appeared before us. Assuming he is actually white, it's hard to tell sometimes. He warned us that we were getting close to his homeland and suggested that we temporarily leave the Entropite tablet in his care if we had business there. And he suggested that we may find what we are searching for nearby.
Alright.
Anything else?
That seems like pretty much it, though I'm still having difficulties because something got changed since last time. Or I'm just pressing the wrong button. So let me fix this real quick.
That's the streaming life.
Yeah. This is... I think this is supposed to be stream chat. Hopefully. I need to rename things because every time there's two things that are set up here that are stream chat and stream view, but they're actually reversed for what they actually do, but I get confused by it every time. Hopefully this is the right one. And then the other one, this one needs to be stream view, but it's not actually... Ooh, okay. Let me kick player. Kick the stream view so I can have it come back in over here. That should work. Hopefully. As it loads, no, that's the wrong one. What? Oh, yes, no, it is the right one. Okay, good. It is the right one. Now, my HP bars and stuff are not there just yet, so give me a second on those. Okay, that's working good. Alright, you can at least see all the normal stuff. If you type in chat, that moves. Tray, whatever that means. And I think all I need to do actually is pull this out and then pull it back in. It should maybe load in there. Or maybe actually it's this one that needs to do it. Did I just ruin it? Yes, I did. Okay, hold on. But yeah, this will be our new time, Tuesday, every week. It'll be a lot easier to be consistent with it because it's a lot better of a time for me, and I don't have multiple plans being made on Saturdays, because I have a life now, as opposed to before not having one because of COVID and all of that. So I think I want to do this one, turn it off, turn it back on, and that should get my HP bars going. But if it doesn't, it's fine too, honestly. As long as you can see the screen up above and all that, it's good enough. Oh, there we go. No, it's working. Alright, 750 XP, HP. Cal, make sure you're at 1 hero point. Rask, make sure you're at 2. And let's get started.
Good idea.
So, last we left off, you all had... Ooh, one more thing. Sorry. I need to shift my character's location. He's a little bit side-tilted. There we go. Okay, that's a little bit better. Alright. Yes, now I am facing everything here, looking to the left. Good. Okay. So, last we left off, Halisax paid you all a visit. Told you you were entering lands that are too close to his clan for personal comfort. So he took the tablet from you, the Entropite tablet, containing that information on how to utilize the Entropite as, well, a refined manner. Otherwise, it's sort of this chaotic material that gets hot and cold on its own whims and doesn't really settle into anything else. Or it's at least volatile enough that any touch or slight movement does start it off. And as you've been searching up the river here, you started to head into less swamplands and more sort of forested lands along here. And I believe you guys still have a few more hours in the day to explore, if you so wish. So, I leave it all to you guys. What do you do?
You want to just keep going up the river?
Well, that's what we were doing.
I see no reason not to continue doing it.
Oh, you guys want to go maybe explore a bit southwards? We'll be closer to Sternberg's home.
Well,
That sounds like a terrible idea.
well, I have a couple thoughts of my own here. I think if we go into these mountains, we're going to get terribly distracted from finding this other hag, aren't we?
When we headed towards the mountains specifically to hunt down this hag, or am I misunderstanding something?
No, you're not misunderstanding anything, but there's not really much of a sign.
I still haven't found the Hydra, or rather its nest up this direction. Something you can
The
go
reason
on.
that we came this way, though, was because, yeah, the Hydra, we thought it might have come from here. We thought maybe the hag might have had something to do with it.
Someone had something to do with it, given it had an amulet around its neck, a Hydra-sized amulet even.
Did anybody wear that amulet? Does
Yeah,
anybody-
I got it on me actually.
Are you like just wearing it over your neck and it's just way too big?
I'm like
Magic
wearing
items
a,
resize.
just imagining one of those like oversized like clock necklaces that rappers tend to wear.
Oh yeah. $1 million necklace, yeah.
Alright, well, I guess we can keep checking this way, but we did find those tracks at the bottom of the riverbed, so maybe this is the right way.
I want to interrupt real quick. I think Aeon might be quieter than all of us.
Might be a little bit. I'm not sure why. Here, I'll just turn that. I was trying to do a compressor to get you guys to be more in line with each other, but I think it was just not helping. I think I need to just manually move you guys around in the volume slider. But I should be fine. You can hear me fine, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I think it's better now. I changed it. I'll have to try next time, because that was a little bit of a quick fix. So, you guys decide to keep going. Which direction? East or sort of southeast?
I guess we're gonna keep going east, following the river.
Okay.
Yep.
Those of you, are you still trying to follow those tracks on the river? I mean, you could
Yeah.
roll a survival check to pick up on them at any moment.
Absolutely.
And of course, if there's anybody else doing a surveying check to fill in the map of yours, please do so as well. Rask-
Technically, that should actually be a 27, because I didn't click my tracker's goggles.
Oh, yeah. So 27. You are definitely able to realize that that sort of like sloughing of the mud sort of appears sometimes on the banks of the shore here, here and there. So you feel like you're on the right track. And as far as you're easily able to fill in the map as you go along, as it gets later in the day, and you head further into the wind-scarred woods, actually, the foothills of the range of mountains that start to sort of peak at the edges of your vision now, across the way, a couple miles down that way. And as you guys are getting into the evening hours of the day, in which I will reduce the lighting for it, you start to hear something different from the din of birds calling and insects chirping in this more temperate environment. You hear shouting. It's far away, it's just at the edges of your, I was going to say ear sight, but that's not really a thing. Your auditory range, yes, there we go. But somebody is shouting every so often, like, oh, something like that, you know.
Well,
I
do
don't
what
think
you
that's an animal.
do what you have to do. You are the kind to help everything and everyone, after all.
Well, if there's yelling and screaming, we should check it out. It might be related to our situation.
Or there might be somebody in trouble.
Could be hag related. Or also vampire related.
I'm pretty sure we're far enough away for my kin's influence to wane at this point.
Alright. As you guys track down this shouting, getting closer and closer, you start to make out a voice speaking in common. It seems a little bit sort of tired as it sort of shouts, "Anybody? Ivo? I know you're out there. Call them off." It's just around a bend in the trees here. You'll probably catch eyesight of whatever it is as you round them, if you round them at this very moment.
Kind of want to
Yeah.
push
Let's go.
forward.
Yeah, let's check it. Let's check that out.
Alright. Not leaving anything to chance. You guys rush into a little bit of a sort of crossroads that seems to be mostly used by maybe sheep herders or something like that. And as you arrive in that crossroads, you see a figure up in a tree, up like in a maybe 10, 15 foot tall branch of a tree. Tree goes a little bit higher than that, of course. But at his, below him, a slain deer with an arrow in its side sort of lays in the grass there, unmoving. And maybe a few other bits and bobs of hunting are scattered about. There's no sign of anything except for, well, the figure in the tree. I'm going to move you guys over to a new map. As soon as I get these tokens down.
Oh, so holy smokes, that creature is big.
In the late evening, there are fireflies not too hard to see in the dark, or well, in the waning light of the day. This figure seems to be slumped over one of the branches, hiding in the tree there, but you don't see any sign of anything else out here.
He seems relaxed. I don't think he's going to attack us.
I don't think the yelling man is very relaxed. I'm gonna be honest with you, Tresser. Cal's gonna look one way down the road, and then the other way down the road.
Roll
looking for
perception.
anything that might be out of place.
Mm-hmm.
Starbuck is gonna sniff the air if he can, like, well, find if he's really alone or if there's some kind of ambush.
Sure thing, you can do that as well. More like flicking your tongue in the air.
Indeed. No.
Alright, Cal, you don't notice anything with your eyesight. But Starnberg, get, while there is of course iron in the air because of the slain deer, you also get the distinct scent of some furred creature. That sort of stench of like a dog or something like that. You've never cared for them, but it's in the air.
Yeah, this gentleman is certainly not alone. Or at least something is in the area. An animal, most like.
Oh, you think it's a puppy?
It could be a dog or a wolf, or for what I know. Maybe a bear even.
Ask him if he's in trouble.
He seems to not have noticed you, sort of slumped over, tired maybe from yelling at this point.
We can just ask him together as a group. Tresser, go see what's wrong with him.
What? Why me?
He's gonna nudge Tresser towards the guy in the tree.
No. Why do I have to do that?
I mean, you're good at talking.
I
You're
mean,
the least dangerous looking out of all of us.
What?
No, that's definitely your ass.
no, that's Sophers.
Huh.
I guess when we're all next to Starbrook, we all look pretty unthreatening, don't we?
Well, I can introduce us.
I can be threatening.
Go for it.
I'm gonna wave towards him, say hello. I'm like, you see us? Hello? Hello there?
Who's there? My eyes, I can't. You're blurry. What's. You're not. Who sent you into these woods?
We did.
Well, then,
Just travelers. Just passing by.
then you're fools. You shouldn't be here. These are my woods. Yes.
They're your woods. You seem to be cowering in a tree right now. Is that accurate?
Yes, that's true, but I just don't have a handle on the situation. There were beasts prowling nearby, and I had to scurry up the street to protect myself. I'm not going to take a fight. That's not in my favor, of course.
Beasts. Like that one over there. Point to the deer.
Nothing like a deer like that. No. Something that'd eat a deer, certainly. But you must have scared them off already. I don't see them anywhere.
Oh, well, that's problem solved then, right?
Well, just come here and help me down from this damn tree. I can't see straight and.
Did you knock your head or something? Why can't you see straight?
Cal, as you're looking up at him, getting closer, you see hanging sort of like haphazardly from his belt at this point, sort of like a foot below him on a string, is a flask. Look, I've been up here a while, okay, and I got a little bit bored. It's too late in the day for me to go home at this point. They're gonna kill me in the dark, so might as well just enjoy myself and fall asleep on this branch until morning.
I see. Safety in numbers, though. We, we I hide behind Starnberg.
Well,
Why
Don't
don't you
worry.
just stand below me? I'm a little wobbly. I'm not sure I'll stick the landing.
Here, I can catch you.
you've got
Spores
the
raises his
spores.
arms
The,
enthusiastically.
the smallest one? Are you sure? What about the big one there? I would have to fall a few less feet.
Oh, please do fall a few more feet.
What's that supposed to mean? Your friend,
Starnberg,
he's...
go catch him.
Uh,
Go.
the world's spinning. As he sort of teeters on the branch, he's losing his grip on it, and he's starting to sort of slip off. Just be down there for me. And Spores, I need an athletics check.
Wonderful.
You put up your best effort, but a falling man twice your weight and no technique behind your activity here ends up with you sort of falling underneath him and him toppling onto you, twisting his ankle as you guys sort of hear him shout out, "Oh, you! Oh, my leg!" And Spores, you take a d6 damage. 3 damage there. Oh, I can't walk on this.
Starbrick, you're useless.
Ooh,
Soros
buddy.
tries to like sort of pull himself and the man up and help him walk.
Hey, hold on. Let me press some water against his leg. Let me get it wet.
What's that gonna do?
Oh, okay.
I conjure forth the aura of water around me. And I press my hands to his leg. I don't know if it'll do anything, but I will be attempting to at least ease his pain a bit. If it even, I don't know if I can even heal him or not.
I mean, it feels better, but damn it, if I walk on this thing, my old bones won't hold me up. You're gonna have to help me get home.
Gonna need a little bit more than just good feelings.
Well, who are you fellas? You don't... You look like, I don't know, little pixies or something? What the hell are you?
The
Pixies.
fisherman.
That's rude.
Fishermen look weird these days. I shouldn't know. I
Pretty good at it.
haven't seen any fishermen in a long while.
So, actually, before we answer your question, I have a question of my own. You were saying there was some sort of ferocious wild beast here, yeah?
Oh, yes, there is, and that's why you should get out of here now.
So, do you usually yell at wild beasts to be called off?
Whatever do you mean? They wouldn't listen to me. They're wild
I heard
beasts.
you yelling when we came over here.
Yeah, I was yelling for my dog. Yes,
Oh, your dog.
my
What's your
dog.
Wait, we've seen a dog. What's your dog's name?
Ivo.
Oh, that's a nice name.
Cal squints.
Oh, you got a puppy? Can we see him?
Look, if you're gonna help me back home, you need to do it now. No more questions. And at that moment, you all start to feel a chill in the air. A cold breeze.
Oh, sorry about that.
Is that...
Just
come
kidding.
Come on, Rask, turn the water off. It's a little chilly.
You feel it the most, Rask, and Cal a little bit as you're attuned more to the cold as well. Sort of icicles start to form, or ice starts to form in some of those watery globules sort of lazily floating around you.
You're not
usually-
doing that, are you?
Usually you have more control over your own elements as well. It's strange that something can impose upon them so much.
If there's something coming for us, you need to be honest and truthful right now so we're prepared.
Oh, gods. I need a diplomacy check from somebody.
I got it.
Chester, you chime in to lay down Cal's point more poignantly. Oh, all right. I hope this is gonna look bad. There are beasts in these woods that I have an agreement with, but they're pets. They drove me up this tree, and they don't have a good hold of them, and it's probably them there right now. Look. And you see silhouettes of hulking dog, wolf-like animals, but they look a little bit more vicious than any average wolf, sort of coming through the tree line down here to the east. One of them, much larger than the other two, standing about 8 feet high, or more 7 feet high, even on its 4 legs. You also see 2 on the side that are a little vicious looking and almost sentient looking as well. Their faces give the impression, or their eyes even, they give the impression of intelligence behind them.
Whoa, careful, these wolves walk on 4 legs.
Naughty Yasek. We were only playing a game with you, and now you tell these interlopers of our deal. As the center wolf, the white one, that sort of has fangs that seem to dribble frost from them, speaks. Now what are we going to do with your new friends? Listen, we just get Ivo and we can sort this out. No, I don't think you want Ivo hearing about what you did here. That's the problem for you. Wouldn't it be better if we just dealt with this problem of yours that you didn't deal with yourself?
Wait,
Drunkard.
Echo, isn't that your dog's name?
It's not... Ugh. And you hear a growl, like a really angry growl coming from the winter wolf there. And you even told them the master's name. We're going to have to make sure that they don't leave this place alive. And it's all your fault, Yasek. You just couldn't shut up, you drunkard.
Now,
We had a
Oh,
good
I
thing
think we're gonna
going.
have to kill these guys.
no,
Damn.
you know, that one's really big. It might be kind of hard.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, a lot less amenable than the other wolves.
I'm starting to get tired of being dragged into all of these situations because of drunks.
Well, what is this deal you have? Maybe we can work out some sort of agreement before we have to blow you up.
Before you have to blow us up, I'd like to see you try. But you will be humored perhaps by our words. So, I will humor you. We have a deal with this lonely hermit here. He drives off the ilk of your kind away from these woods and keeps our kind a secret. We wouldn't want any adventurers like you learning about our kind here. We'd rather have you far away from our territory. At least that's what Master Ivo tells me. I simply enjoy the open hunting grounds that Yasek here is supposed to keep for us. A game warden of sorts, you know, like for royalty.
Okay, so, at the risk of sounding impolite, look, we're not here for these woods. We're just tracking a Hydra, so we don't even need to fight.
Have you considered a beware of dog sign, like at the edge of the property?
You will not mock us. Enough of this. We don't care what you're here for. You know too much now. And for that, I think I will reward us with your deaths. I need your initiatives.
That just seems counterproductive, but okay.
I'm sorry, I had to say it. I had to.
Wow, if you think this is knowing too much, you're not very bright yourself, are you?
Guess we're going straight to the exploding part.
You won't be very bright when you're dead. That's the best way to keep a secret.
I'm just happy to become the apex predator of this little part of the forest. Once I've eaten you, I suppose.
No, I am not the apex around here.
You even unhinge your jaws that wide?
I don't need to unhinge them. I'm gonna eat him, you know? That's barbaric.
No. Oh, right. Oh, okay, I get it.
Oh, you're gonna juice him.
All right.
There's the Bella music.
Yes, question.
Before we
Mhm.
start, did we get a chance to rest or anything? Because I am actually pretty dry over here.
When would the last fight have been?
We were continuing, I believe, since we had some time left in the day.
Well, when was the last fight, though? I don't think you guys fought anything last session. I think it
I
was.
think the only thing we fought was the lighthouse, wasn't it?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you should
yeah.
you should have rested a long time ago. Yeah. So
Like
you're all
half
full.
full,
Yeah, we
so
slept
probably-
overnight.
Mm.
Now, we told you to stop doom scrolling throughout the night.
Sorry, the newspapers are just too scary.
The scroll is like, it'll literally end the world. You need to stop reading it.
Rask, over to you.
Alright, I already have my aura out, so as I gather water together, I kind of form it into the form of a makeshift bow. And
Okay.
I aim it. I kind of pull it back. Hold on, I gotta click my button. Actually get my effect going. Piercing, there it goes. I pull back hard, I aim, I shoot at the bottom one.
Okay.
Sort of a really thin arrow made from like just pure concentrated water. Anybody's played that's not the right roll.
Never heard
Slender
of it.
shot.
Oh, I have it on throne. There we go, volley. There it goes.
Slung across the open road here, slamming deep
Nice.
into this
Nice
warg
beam.
here. Badly, perhaps injuring it at this point. Let's see a critical. Five and 5 plus the 2 action blast, 18. It takes a nasty blow there, and you push it back 10 or 5 feet, I assume, right?
Yep, I'll just go ahead and do that. Make it slightly harder for it to get to us. I don't know if it will make any difference. And since I don't really desire to move at this time, I'm going to fire off a faster arrow as well.
Okay.
Fake arrow. Kind of goes wide.
As you go for that strike, though,
That's it.
definitely misses. But as we get to its turn, the bigger one shouts it down. We fight as a pack. Stay behind me. It sort of bows its head and takes a step back, hiding behind the bigger wolf. Approach us if you dare.
I don't?
Oh, but I do, dear. And, I'm gonna start out. Oh, I didn't plan out my turn, I'm sorry. By casting First Strike.
Okay.
Sort of tracing my hand along the weapon and preparing myself to strike.
Alrighty.
Afterwards, because I'm a good bit away from it, I'm going to go for a sudden charge. Sort of crouching down for a second before explosively leaping forwards towards the wall. And going for an attack.
All right, rushing forward and sort of giving yourself an edge, sort of peering into a few different, well, directions it could dodge, seeing if you can correctly predict it. Let's see. Well, a natural 20 is going to go very well for you, actually. Slamming straight into its skull as it tries to dodge aside. It unfortunately turns into a little bit of a glancing blow, though, against it. Still, pretty big.
That's all 3 of actions, unfortunately.
All right. Cal, over to you.
I was gonna look between all these wolves and Starnberg running in. You could have at least waited a few moments, Starnberg. How high is this cliff compared to the path? Is it kind of
It's like 3 feet. You can just... It's a little bit difficult terrain, that's it.
That is equal to our height, pretty much.
That's true, actually, but
Oh.
still difficult terrain.
Which parts? Just going up and
Just
down?
going up and down it, yeah. Do you jump into the bushes?
I'm gonna focus my energies on all 3 of these wolves and try to focus my psychic abilities to impact their hearing, causing their ears to ring
All right.
as Cal casts Noise Blast.
Mm-hmm. If you place the 10-foot burst, I believe it'll do a little animation for us. Yes. As a sudden shuddering, the leaves sort of shake on their own from this, and they sort of like shake their heads as their pretty keen hearing is suddenly assaulted. One of them fails to shake it off, the other takes half in the back, but the big one right in front sort of steels themselves and pushes right through it.
I thought with those big ears that would do more. So the one that failed is deafened for 1 minute.
My hell would pierce your ears.
That sounds unpleasant for your friend over by your side.
Soros, as you speak, what do you do?
He's going to give up on trying to carry the drunk guy and drop him from the near bridal style hold, and he's going to recall knowledge on the witch warg.
Alright, as you're recalling knowledge, you want to do nature, yes.
Yeah.
Well, as you look at it, it's on the tip of your tongue. You just are under the DC there. Exactly under it, in fact, by 1.
What is that thing? A wolf? A warlock? Warglock?
Warglock, yes.
I think it's a witch, actually.
Well, I think we do this at least. And Swartz is going to pull out a Tempest Surge, gathering it around the Witch Warg to hopefully make it easier for everybody to hit it for the next turn or so.
So the Tempest surges around this dexterous wolf here.
Okay, so it's not a Constitution monster. Wonderful.
But it can roll low, still. As it fails, it'll be Clumsy 2 for a round and takes the full damage of 7. Clumsy 2, though, is the most immense part of this.
Indeed.
For a focus spell, that's a lot.
It's all his actions.
Okay. As that electricity surges around them, they finally break out of their formation. Good. Attack as one. Kill this one in front of us. This one will rush around the side of Starnberg, getting to their back, and immediately go for a bite with their jaws. As its jaws slam into you, tearing into your flesh for 7 damage. It is going to try to rip you to the ground, try to do a takedown on you with the grab action. 14 on the dice will succeed. You are sent... Oh wait, no, they have a grapple, not a takedown. So they get a hold of you, in fact, with their teeth, preventing you from moving. That'll be that one's turn. As we go to the big one. Right where I want you. As this one will use its jaws, seeping with coldness, trying to hit you, but you're able to pull away at the last moment, just wrenching against the other's hold on you. It's going to go angrily for another one, and will hit, at least on this one. as those cold jaws seep into you, you will take some cold damage as well on this. And as part of this, it will also use its knockdown, because these guys have knockdown instead of grab. So it's going to try to pull Starnberg to the floor. On map, still succeeds, even with the -5 there. So you are sent prone as well. Gather around for your first meal of the night. Chesser, over to you. He takes 2 poison.
Oh
2
boy. Okay, first I'm gonna do esoteric lore, exploit vulnerability on the big boy.
Okay. You succeed.
Ooh, fun.
What
They are
one?
weak to fire.
That they are. At least the big one. What one thing do you want to know otherwise about them because of successful diverse lore?
Special abilities.
That one, you notice there's a lot of steamy or sort of icy steam falling from its mouth, and you imagine that it has some sort of breath attack.
Oh,
You
fun.
don't want to get too close.
I say as I prepare to get close.
You get close, you gotta make sure it's from a different angle from Steinberg so it doesn't hit everybody.
That's what it looks like. You can already hit me and Cal.
I want to attack this wolf next to him. Attack himself. Or... No, I don't have enough actions. I won't be flanking if I go here, because one, that's kind of a difficult
No, you'll be
terrain.
flanking. Sunbird can
Even though
still
he's prone?
threaten it. Yep, can still
Okay.
threaten it.
So I will... $20, $25. Retarget and go for a strike.
Sort of clambering up the slope a little bit so you have a little bit of a high ground on this wolf. As you slam your pick into its back, that'll hit.
Oh yeah.
Backstabber will apply
Oh
as
yeah.
well. Full damage. Though none of your weakness is applying to this one because you focus your aim on the big wolf.
Yep, that was the plan.
Okay. We go over to Rask. Oh, we're
Yeah.
gonna be... Oh, this is bad. You shouldn't have come here.
Fire, you say? So, spend 3 actions to use the Eternal Eruption.
Okay.
We're gonna toss it. I got a clear shot to right about there.
Mm-hmm.
Think.
Yep, and 20-foot burst on a fireball. Definitely hits both of them.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
As
Yeah.
the fire erupts around them, the eternal eruption, the witch warg notices it's coming and he dives over top of the other warg, protecting his
God.
pack.
Gosh!
Careful, careful!
You will not use my
Come on,
weakness
bring her
against
in.
me.
I don't even have to roll damage, do I?
Nope. They both critically succeeded. 19 and natural 20. Side effect,
was 3
blessed my
actions.
dice before the session today.
Tasty fudge.
But now, with this one protected, the one that he told to stay in the back and now protected because he did, is going to rush around to the side here with Starnberg being here. And as all these wolves start sort of howling down at you, grabbing, biting at you while you're on the ground, it's starting to hurt even more as they rip at exposed areas that you can't cover from all of them attacking at once in their, well, pack attack. They're going to do a little bit of
Tactics.
extra damage here. Not much extra damage, but still 12 on you. And they're going to go for another bite.
You're doing a great job, Starnberg. Keep him distracted.
They miss this
That's
one.
the idea.
Starnberg, over to you now.
Keep it coming, you mutts. I can do this all day. And as he's getting mauled by dogs, he's going to have a tasty little snack from the blood on his weapon.
Okay.
Mauled by dogs, perhaps even mogged.
Logged.
due to his strained condition. He's going to try and break out from the grab.
Okay.
Give me a second. Go this game.
As you try, though,
Grabbing
the strength of all of them together is not letting you free.
That's annoying. Oh well, there's a different way I can break out. Even while on the ground, he is going to try and get a few swings in with his cane on the orc that's grappling him.
Okay, one on the left. As you try to swing
There
for
it
it, though, you've already exerted yourself way too much, and being on the ground doesn't help either.
Have one other map attack.
Mm-hmm. Go for another, but it was never going to happen. You're in too much of a exposed position.
I think it's the first 0 I've rolled in this entire campaign.
0, yeah.
Starbreak, don't worry, I've got you. And Cal's going to focus and emulate the magic that Starbreak had used to home in, pinpoint on this large witch wolf by casting Shoot Strike. And then he's going to cause a explosion of flame to appear on its head.
All right.
The focus is energy for the amped ignition.
Keep it away from the trees at least.
I'm trying, okay?
Sending sputtering flame. I think you'll hit. It has enough sense to try to avoid the worst of it, but still, definitely a good hit.
I forgot to enter my psychic stance. Could I retroactively do that?
Sure. Just remember for next time, because could have missed and be like, oh, well, I didn't enter my stance, so I can save it for next one.
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah. As you sling this off, though, it will definitely send waves of burns throughout both that winter wolf and its allies even, and Starbreak.
And
Starbreak
Starbreak.
takes 2 damage.
Take your two
Thank
splash
goodness the
damage.
clumsy 2 did something. Hypothetically.
Oh, because of the charm, actually, it absorbs the flames.
That's beautiful.
I mean, I can just spam fire around you now.
Mm-hmm. Anything
That's
else
my
to do? Okay.
That's
I
great.
don't want that.
Spores.
Alright, clumsy 2 falls off at the beginning of my turn, unfortunately. But Spores is going to try and do what he can to soften things for Starnberg, and he will do that by approaching ever so slightly at a different angle.
Pushing out into the road, getting a better shot of things.
Yep. He scurries over, hurries out, and leaps over the little bench. And from here, he casts Fear on the Warglark.
Okay. Okay.
He expels a blast of lightning right around its eardrums, try and startle it.
You can't scare me. Something so paltry. Though he does seem a little bit shook.
Well,
Even
it's
so.
a distraction at least. And that's all for his force's turn.
Alrighty. So, as we go on to this one here, it is going to continue to attack Sternberg, trying to sort of get a better hold of him. And an 18 on the dice, with you being on the ground off guard, is going to be a critical strike with their pack attack also, as this one rends and tears into your arm as it gets a hold of it. 24 points of damage. And then, as its second action, of course, it will go for a grab.
You okay, Starnberg?
It fails to maintain
A
its
bit
grab.
chewed, but fine otherwise.
it will then shift on over to Tresser and growl in their face. Tresser, it's a little bit scary. You are frightened one.
Oh.
Good. Make them cower. They will look good as statues. This one shifts over here, rushing near to Tresser, and as it does so, it unleashes a cold, wintry breath upon both of you. I need a reflex save, Cal and Tresser. $12 and
I'm gonna
20.
do the same.
Okay, yeah, 12 would have been a critical failure.
That DC is lower for the Frightened, right?
Yeah, it's already taking into account. It's taken into account. Yes.
Wow. I expected DC.
Oh, that's good.
Much
did-
better, Tresser.
Spend the hero point because I accidentally rolled it in my sheet instead of clicking the button. 'cause I
That's
didn't see
okay.
the button.
Either way, you duck away from it, realizing it probably will direct it away from its ally. So, Cal, you take the full 14 points of damage, the full force of it. All right, that'll be its turn. As what could have been very bad for Tresser has turned around in an instant.
I am going to swing back up with my tricky pick as after having ducked. Because
Bonk.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
Yeah, that is. Roll the damage. So you heft the pick and slam it into it. It takes the weakness of the fire as well as it sort of burns with a little bit of embers. So somehow, even with this creature sort of recoiling at the flames, it's still standing. But as it strikes, as you strike it, the other warg that was grabbing Starnberg goes for an avenging bite.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
And
Oh,
strikes
that's not
you.
good.
Though it doesn't have enough for pack attack here, so it'll deal 7 damage to you. Make sure to
Ow.
remove the Amulet's Abeyance before you take the damage.
Thank you for the reminder. Alrighty, I am gonna go for a map attack against the warg.
I mean, that'll not hit because you're frightened.
Darn it!
The other one's angry glare still is distracting you just for a moment. Alright.
And my last action, might as well go for a third attack because there's not much else I can do.
Mm-hmm. Just can't do
Oh, I
anything
almost
there.
hit that 20.
You're exhausting yourself. You have its attention and it's defending itself well. Rask, over to you.
All right, I gather all of the waters surrounding me into my hands. And first, I use Pacifying Infusion. I'm turning this non-lethal and designating it to ignore all of my allies. I can affect up to 4 people. There are 4 allies in front of me. It works. And I convert this water into sort of a 30-foot tidal wave cone.
Alright, making sure to guide the waters away from your allies, around them, as they batter into the 2 that are closest to them. Roll their reflexes. Very high rolls, but not high enough. Not
Terrible.
high enough for the Witch Warg, as it is just enough, that little bit of extra battering coming from you, that brings it down. Dead.
Wow!
And the other one badly injured.
Thank you.
Actually, it wouldn't
That
be
was
dead
non-lethal, right?
because it's pacifying, right?
Yeah, non-lethal. So, it. What does it make it unconscious, and then we have to like do a coup de grace
Dibs.
If you want to kill it.
if you want to kill it.
Wow, it's still alive. The other 2 are going to try to defend it still. This one here.
We could tie it up and interrogate the dog.
Is this
I'm
one
not going to stop
attacks?
anyone from killing it,
Fails.
preferably after the fight.
Goes for another. Fails. Doesn't go for a third and starts running away. IFO! As it rushes off into the woods. Sternberg.
Stamberg gets off, it chuckles to himself. Alright, little doggy. Let's see who's got, if I've got more bite, more bark. And he's going to go for a fang strike because funny.
What? Oh. No. It does
Crunch.
get critically struck by the bite. As the very nonchalant dog, Rorg, gets absolutely bitten into, throat basically torn out by Sternberg. And that'll be that combat.
He licks his lips.
Give yourselves 80 experience points. As the wargs fall.
How far did that other orc get?
It jumped straight into the bushes and is out of sight at
Gone.
this point.
I'm gonna make sure
It's
the
going
warg's
to tell
dead.
its master, right? You might want to either get out of here or catch up with it real quick.
I'm gonna make
Um,
sure the witch warg is dead and then take one of its fangs as a trophy.
Okay.
So it's
It's not,
unconscious.
it's not dead.
Oh wait, like
It
we
is-
agreed on killing it, right?
I mean, I would
After
like
questioning
to.
it,
I would like to get more information,
Okay, fine.
but
Good luck with that.
It's bleeding.
we have our information. We have our information source right here, and this guy can
Yeah.
breathe the cold from his mouth. So
Starbuck is gonna stabilize him at least so he doesn't bleed out before we get our information.
Okay.
Hey, boys.
Or at least, like,
What?
unbleeds him.
we should just get rid of it. We
The
got our
bleeding
information
could kill
source
him.
right here. He points at the guy on the ground.
Yeah, we don't need to save the wolf thing.
Yeah, mercy kill it.
Yeah, fair enough. It's not my business, though I would rather ask, the mouth itself, rather than take a drunk's word for this.
I attest to that.
You already
That-
lied to us a couple times, buddy.
Well, I have very good reasons for it.
You know, I get that impression.
I was trying to protect you, but you had to interlope. You had to come out here in the middle of nowhere. What is it with you types that just wander wherever you want to go?
Hey, we're trying to help the village down the way.
Why
Me
did you
down
come
at
up
the-
here then?
'Cause there's a Hydra from up here, and we're trying to figure out why a Hydra from up here went down there.
Hydra.
Lots of heads, 5 of them.
Oh,
Big
yes,
scaly thing.
5, yes. That thing, it used to make its den down in the pond, a few miles away from here. But, I hadn't seen it recently. But I never got close to it myself, so I didn't do anything like that. I didn't drive it away. Something else, I mean, these ones aren't supposed to drive them away. But maybe they did.
Cal squints.
Look, I can... my head. I can tell you more if we get back to my shack. Alright?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Chester, you should take care of that thing.
I'll do it if you are.
It's not letting me
afraid.
because it's dead. I slash at it. neck, just-
It died from the bleeding. It's good.
Yeah, it died from bleeding. It's fine. I take a feint as a trophy.
Alright. Let's take the fang. Give yourself a 20 GP treasure item for that.
Oh hell yeah!
Nice.
Alright, I think my, which way? North Star, moon, is that direction. It's
What
this
are you
way.
yapping about?
I'm trying to sense my direction here. It's north, yes. My old, my shack.
Are you sure you were looking at the right moon with how blurry everything is to you?
Oh, this one. They look like a moon.
So your shack is to the north. Cal pulls out his
His
compass.
forehead isn't that big.
Yes, it's to the north. Yes. It's that way, right?
I'll pinch up Sforce and Tresser and Cal as we walk.
Okay.
Starbuck is going to take care of his own wounds on the way.
Is it? Oh, my leg still hurts. Someone help me.
It's this way. Cal's gonna help support him as Rask is patching him up.
The wolf said it first, but my name's, Yasek. Pleasure to make your acquaintances. Well, not really a pleasure. This ruins everything.
Well, it looked like you were going to be killed otherwise, so...
Oh, come. Oh, maybe they were just playing a game or something. I don't know why they ran me up a tree.
Well, they seem to have a good reason. So maybe they were planning to kill you even before we showed up.
No, that doesn't make any sense. They would be punished for that. Let's go.
Hey,
Seems
by
there's supposed to be a
chance-
natural
Mhm.
order here that not very many people are following.
Would
Yes.
they have actually killed you, or would they have just, like, nibbled on you?
Yes, sorry, Chris, you mentioned something.
Yes, by chance is the walk 20 minutes or more?
Yeah, I would say so.
It full heals everybody but
Okay.
Nix then,
Yep.
easily. Because it's 48 for 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm. As you guys stumble through the dark, the road quickly turns into just a trail and then a hunting track, and then basically just maybe some plants removed from an otherwise grassy trail through the woods here. It's, say, you got any more, drink? It could help me find my way home, or find us back.
Oh, yes, I can do that. I can supply you
Oh
with that.
sure, let's go.
Yes.
Let's share one. A toast to a successful hunt. I think we could call it.
This will help. Yes. You're good folk, then. I've been a long time since I drank with anybody, and...
We ordinarily toast to newfound friendship at this point.
I thought you meant water.
Why are you giving him more alcohol, guys? We really shouldn't be at this moment.
My leg hurts, please. Just give me a little bit more.
We need information from you that would be counterproductive to what we need.
Would it? I'm telling you everything you want to know. I won't tell you anything if you don't drink or give me something, then. How about that?
And how are we supposed to know that your information is reliable given what's already happened?
Well, I've got everything to lose now. You're making me lose everything. It's all your fault. Just
Not really our fault.
get it's just around the corner. While this is happening, is anybody looking out?
Pretty
Someone
sure
who
I
hasn't
am.
spoken too much.
Well, look, okay, we'll give you a little drink, and you tell us a bit on the way, and then we get to your shack, and you tell us everything else.
Roll a diplomacy check. Rask, you can roll a perception check as well.
Yay.
Rask, looking out into the darkness, it's hard to discern anything, and you don't really feel like you've seen anything either. Seems safe enough. As day turns to night, though, I will change the audio just a little bit. Nighttime. Oop, that's loud, sorry. There we go. So, as the nighttime sounds start to fill your ears, you round the bend and you come upon certainly a shack, but Can't imagine anybody's lived in here for a while. Oh, there it is. I thought I left the lights on, though. It is dark outside. None of you can, well, you can all see in dark vision, black and white, but nothing else really.
That's all I need.
Oh no. Who asks?
Are you
Oops.
sure you've led us to the correct place?
Uh, yes, this is, oh, this is my old place. I thought, damn it. My old brain's just putting us in the wrong. Yes, this
Is
is
your
my
master's
place.
shack?
No, it's not my master's shack, no. This is an old place, an old shack I used to live in, but it was too deep in the woods, so I moved and built a new one.
I've certainly seen more welcoming places.
Well, it's at least out of the elements. A safe spot. Y'all have torches, right? I can't see a thing.
We can see.
Well, I need to see too.
Do you?
That's unfair. Well, I can't, find the key without light. I know I stashed it around somewhere.
Is it under the doormat by any chance?
Oh, there's no doormat. At least as far as I can remember.
Still
Oh,
in
it's okay. I
some
think you can blast this door open easy.
No, don't blast my door open.
We don't need to blast or bust or break it in. I've got it. Looking at this door, is there actually like a lock on it?
There does seem to be a padlock on it.
Well, Cal's gonna try to pop it open.
Okay. Go for thievery.
I'm not sure if this is more difficult in the dark or not, but
We really don't want to give this
Not
guy
with
a
dark
light.
vision. You're having a little bit of time. You're fumbling, or a little bit of a rough time. You're fumbling with it.
Oh, wait, I do have a torch.
Sternberg, roll me a perception check.
Will do.
Cal is fumbling with the lock. You just look away in disgust and set your eyes outward.
disgust.
Yeah, oops, I did not mean to roll at him.
Should be public. But that is a, yes, a 19. You look out and you swear you saw something glowing. Just a little pinpoint in the dark before it disappeared. The edge of your vision.
You know, for an abandoned shack, you sure spent a lot of money on a lock, huh?
What do you mean? It's just a nice lock. You're just bad at it. I just,
Why would you lock an abandoned shed in the first place?
because it's my shed. Nobody should get in here. I don't want anyone moving in. Nobody's supposed to
You're the
be up
only
here
one
anyway.
living in this forest, aren't you?
Yes, I'm the only one here. But
Unless
nobody's
that's
supposed to.
also a lie.
Well, I'm the only person that's supposed to be living here. But you guys showed up. You're not planning on living here, are you?
No.
Of course not.
Well, it is kind of nice.
By the gods, just
We
get
were
it open.
literally just passing by, and then your wolves attacked us, and we had to kill them. And then you asked us to escort you back here.
You got curious. Oh, now I'll have your blood on my hands. Let's get the door open, quick.
You know, you don't have to lead us into an ambush.
I'm not leading you into an ambush. I'm trying to help
I
you.
don't really believe.
We don't want to be out here exposed. They'll be on us any moment.
And open the door already.
Gotta try again.
Yeah. Alright, pops open. And as it creaks open, there's a sort of a filing of dust that falls across your vision as the moonlight sort of streams in a little bit here. It is definitely a decrepit old shack, and you're startled for a moment at the big bearskin that lies on the ground. in its center.
Did you really have to point this thing right at the door?
Let's just scare people off. So that's all I'm trying to do with this whole thing. Let's get inside quick.
It's being uncomfortable.
How quickly steps
Oh,
over
my
his
leg.
head and into the place.
Sort of sits in a corner here.
Ah!
I'm just gonna keep my distance from that.
Alright. I just
That is
hope
a really big dog.
this is not a dog. It's just...
Wolf, sorry.
No, that's not a wolf either. It's... never mind. Just find something to cover the windows. And you do notice that flowing through the windows is a draft coming from outside, and as you see, the glass seems to have been shattered on all of them.
Okay.
Spores has the perfect thing for this. So they drape the traveler's cloak over the window.
You cover up one window. Which window would it be?
He's gonna cover up this window.
Okay. Turns it into not being able to be seen through. I'll just do it this way.
I couldn't see through that window anyways.
Their proximity, so if you step closer to them, I think they should allow you to see. Not anymore. He just covered it.
Sternberg is gonna like take out his camp, or rather tent, excuse me, and turn it into a makeshift little, cover for this window.
Okay. That window gets covered.
Cal's
You
gonna
don't
grab
love
the.
windows for
Cal's
such
gonna-
a small place.
Cal's gonna try to grab the bear skin rug to cover the other window to the north here.
Roll an athletics check. Don't judge my building skills. I built this a long time ago, when I wasn't as good of a map maker. You are struggling to get that up, and sort of, as you're pulling it, you sort of stumble backwards a little bit, as it resists you.
I'll do it. Fine.
Did you guys block both of these windows over here?
Only the rightmost one, not the one to the south.
Well, maybe the big dog isn't the right answer.
Spores, as you step up to that window, peering at it for a very brief moment, you think you saw something move in the grass, in the trees back there. Just a slight moment.
Oh, yep, we're definitely being watched, guys.
Oh,
Try to do the bear.
damn it. Just stay away. Just don't let them see you. Be quiet. Maybe
won't do the
maybe they'll
bear.
go away.
Would you finally care to elaborate who they are?
No, I can't. They're friends of mine, alright? Or I work for them. I keep people like you away for them. They don't like to kill, but they will now. Because you're here. Because I failed. Because I drank too much and ran up a tree.
Yeah, you were drinking quite a bit.
I still want to know who they are. Is it another bigger wolf?
You could say that. You could say that. And as you guys are settling in a little bit, you start to hear this crescendo of howls, and then not just howling, but this rumbling roar of some sort. And as the roar fades for a moment, you hear, along with that, a voice. Same sort of tenor, same booming sound. You're sick. We told you not to bring anyone here. You know what happens now. See that? See that? Hear that? They know we're here. They're gonna kill you all. Unless nobody's here, I'm just back to my old chat for old time's sake. Isn't that right? This is where you met me the first time. Don't take us for fools. We can smell them, and we've caught sight too.
Hell, forgot the shower.
Resk just kind of tries to stay silent behind the wall over there on the right.
They're here to kill you. And they're here to probably kill me too. I failed them. In one of the interlopers. It's what they demanded of me.
I'm really gonna look around for any furniture to bar the door with.
There's a bookshelf, there's a table, a large cast iron stove.
He's probably gonna just try and move the bookshelf.
Okay. You send these books reeling off, like Hunter's Digest or whatever, and you start pushing it in front of the door. Roll an athletics check.
Can I aid?
Yes, you can. And Yasek sort of shouts out again. Ivo, it's not what it looks like. I didn't want them here. You're only helping me. Your hound chased me up a tree and my leg gets twisted because of it. They were only here to help. You could have let them be. They were on their way. You know, that's not how that works, Yasek. You know, nobody's allowed in these woods. For a good reason. Not just because we covet these woods, because we protect them. We do a service to those above.
I kind of feel like at this point I just want to kill them all.
How should we like?
What were the names of those other wolf people we met on Two Lakes? Do you remember their names?
No.
Let me look at the journal.
You hear scratching, the nails along the log exterior sort of creaking and echoing through the cabin. We don't relish our duty. But you interlopers, we would like to hear from you. We know you're inside. Perhaps we can make a deal.
What kind of deal?
Yasek must be punished. Throw him outside.
He did nothing wrong.
He did everything
Several
wrong.
times.
He made friends.
I mean,
He allowed outsiders into his very home.
This is
I
the
wouldn't
first
say
time we.
that's what he did wrong.
This is the first time we've ever met this man. I would not say we are friends. We just help those we come across. That's it.
He shirked his duty.
I have no attachment. Like, we could just, like, throw him out and walk away.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you just heard me.
Oh yes, it's insane.
Yeah, that's
He said
kind of... It's a really bad plan. This whole thing is really
I mean,
dumb.
it's not that I trust the wolves, but, like, I'm just going over
This
options.
really got out of hand, yeah. But hey, they said there's a good reason outsiders can't come here, right? Can you tell us what it is?
You had mentioned somebody from above giving you instructions.
To defend the wild. To hold civilization at bay. To harbor secrets. Secrets your kind should not know.
We were literally just passing by. Get that into your stupid animal head.
Passing by to where? Exactly.
How about this instead? Instead of getting angry, Ras, let's talk normally for a moment.
Stupid dog. Whatever. You're up.
To be
The only
honest,
reason-
all this hubbub about this place being off limits just makes me more curious about what's supposedly
Yes,
going on.
But you're not
were
going.
tracking-
None of you are going to find out what's going on. Don't worry. We're not here for the secrets. We're here because we were tracking a Hydra up the river that attacked a village to the west.
Perhaps we should have known this was coming then. That Hydra did not belong here. It did not understand our order. We sent it off, hoping that it would be killed and be done with. But now,
Yes,
Well, I have good news. It's,
we killed that Hydra.
why
Us.
did you come calling then? It is slain, it is done. What else did you hope to find in these hills, these mountains?
answers.
Stop being vague with them. They're freaking out.
Okay. We don't. The Hydra was sent to that village deliberately. We think so because
Yeah,
it was
they did it.
given. What?
They drove it out.
Yeah, they drove it out to this village, but it had a magical item on it. One that must have been placed deliberately. That Hydra wasn't smart. It wouldn't know to wear that. It wouldn't even be able to put it on. Somebody sent it out with a goal. And we want to figure out why.
We sent
Whoever
it
did
out.
that affected you as much as it affected us.
We did that. We wanted your people to stay far away from this region. We wanted them to know there are monsters that prowl here. More and more we
You put
hear.
the thing on that thing's.
Yes. Clever, isn't it? To put a fire resistance charm on a creature that is weak to it.
Well, we didn't say fire resistance, so I think they're telling the truth.
Well, I guess they aren't associated with the hag then. They're just kind of pieces of crap.
In that case, I think our job is done here, and we can just leave and go our separate ways. We don't have to fight.
We cannot trust you. Why
can.
would we? You are seekers. Seekers of answers. Let us ask you a question then, and this will prove your innocence. Would you seek anything in these mountains, high above our heads?
Not really.
I wouldn't. I think we could all have a grand old adventure the other way, right, guys?
Yeah, I think we could. Lest given reason, we will not.
Someone
And
roll
I
a
don't
We're
deception.
see
looking for a hag.
Yeah, I don't see any reason we'd ever be given to seek there.
Well,
If
let's
you
hope
can-
the hag's not up there.
If you know that the hag isn't up there, then I guess it's not a problem.
Someone roll a deception check.
I'd just say that we needn't know any more about who lives here. I
Wait,
don't.
are we lying?
I-
Is that
I mean, okay, look, we know who lives here. We were told who lives here.
the dragons? Yeah, but like,
Yeah,
didn't care
so
about
we're
them
lying.
actually.
Resk isn't really lying, but I sense
Shut up,
I
shut up,
sense
shut
the
up,
rest
shut
of the
up, shut up,
party
shut
has interest in this.
You're kind. You seek them. We know this. Don't try to lie. You wouldn't come this far.
We seek them. Also, you would admit you know what they are. Ooh, that's interesting.
And you know what they are by saying as such.
So you're
Make
telling
sure
me
we're all on the same page. We're thinking of big, scary things, right? Wings.
You said it first. You know
Alright.
of them.
Okay, well, you guys also know of them.
Yes, we are keeping their secret. And now that we know that you know of them, you have to die.
Can't we just like
No, I don't think so.
We are in their service. They have eyes in the sky.
So they're the
One
ones
just
that
flew
told you.
over recently.
So they're the ones that told you to push that Hydra towards the town.
We did that of our own volition in service to them. We were told that no sentient being must come this direction, this way, this entry point to their realm. And we will
I
do our
seriously
service.
don't care. All I care about is the hag.
We care little for a hag either. So that we are in agreement. You won't care for your hag for long, though. We have to keep the secret.
Whatever, you're really pissing me off.
As the claws and howling and baying, you hear slamming against windows and sort of the log of the cabin. They are circling, and you hear a slam, a large slam against the door. I need you everyone's initiative here.
Well, we tried.
Well, if you guys manage to get out of this alive, I do recommend investing in memory magic or something to like.
Killing is easier. As far
Not
as
in this case, don't you worry.
I watch what you're doing. As you're standing next to the covered window, you hear movement in the grasses behind it. You're not sure if anybody's out there, but you hear the baying, the howling, and the smashing against the wood of the building. They are wanting entry. As Yesek sort of like stumbles away into a corner. I can't fight it. It's all my fault. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you got tangled up in this. Look, just kill them. Protect yourselves. They're headstrong. And I didn't do my job. I didn't push you all away.
I have absolutely no problem killing people that are this unreasonable. They can all die.
So, which entrance are they like approaching from at the moment?
You hear
Exactly.
it on multiple sides, actually.
Gotcha,
But you hear a big
is
slam at the front door. But it's covered by
Gotcha.
a bookshelf right now, so
bookshelf.
not easy for them to enter from. So like bookshelf.
Well, Swords is gonna take this time to do some prep work. Is going to casually saunter over to Starbrick's side, and Starbrick should get the routine by now. And he sort of sends a spark traveling up his cane, Starbrick's cane, as it becomes conductive.
Well, this stick is gonna be teaching these doggies some nice new tricks.
It'll have to do in place of a shock collar. And that's all for Swords' turn.
Okay. As the
It's a shock collar.
You'll learn.
As the blade, or the griffin claw, just is subsumed by electricity, you hear another slam at the front door as the bookshelf sort of shudders from the forced entry. I'm gonna have them roll an athletics check.
Forced entry rules at last.
Mm-hmm. 17 with a bookshelf behind a wooden door. That is not exactly enough. They need to roll a little higher on that. So I'm going to do a map, which it would be. Actually, I would say from their concerted effort from both of these sort of pushes against it, the bookshelf sort of falls away and the door is immediately opened. And as the door opens, you immediately see this wicked-looking axe slam through the door and sort of like swing open into the open space here, a massive paw holding onto it. It's going to be at greater map, of course, but it is going to swipe towards Cal with a 10-foot reach. Even so. Actually, they're going to use a claw instead, because they have 10-foot reach on that, and that's a little bit better for them. Oof. Okay. They critically strike you. Cal, you didn't notice as the bookshelf's falling away, a claw shoots immediately after it, grazing straight across your chest for 22 points of damage, sending you reeling. That'll be its turn, however, as it can't do anything else. Ivo's here! Get in there now! As one of the werewolves sort of bursts through the opening in the door, shoves their way through onto the side, and to about here as they try to round the party. Cal, unfortunately, bad positioning here to start things. It's going to go for an attack with its jaws, as it does bite you. For 15 points of damage. Cal, in this flurry of attacks, they burst through the door and you find yourself unprepared. You are sent reeling to the ground. I need a fortitude save as well, as those jaws pierce your scales. You feel tingly.
Okay, now you're allowed to have winglets if you want.
I think Cal might emerge
Okay.
a little bit dogged out of this fight.
I'll keep
Oh
that in
boy.
mind. The wolf then, or the werewolf as a third action, rushes around the side, gets into another position, sort of tries to block the way to the other room against spores. As these wolves make their sort of ambush, this immediate attack, you hear... Actually, no, they're going to rush through the front door here with the rest of them. 2 actions here, going to about here, and going for spores. With their jaws as well. I need a fortitude save, spores. So they lunge in and sort of take a sort of grazing bite off of your side. It doesn't feel like the jaws get very deep into you, though. You didn't need to reroll that. So keep your hero point. So, with that one, just grazing into spores do take 10 damage on that. Another one that was going to try to break through the windows, just rushes in the door as well, will also go around. As they sort of circle around, leaving the big bear in front, Spores, this one will also attack with their jaws. But fail to do so, as you're starting to realize they're all, streaming in for you guys. Alright. As things get started quicker than you could have realized, Sternberg, your turn.
I can count on you to pick up your brother, right, Rask?
Yeah.
Alrighty. He's all yours.
Cal would
Get in
actually
there and
be
kill something.
put way up
Of
before
course.
Ivo here, so he's actually going to be changed in initiative, which isn't necessarily bad.
Anyway, Stubberg steps over Cal's bleeding form on the ground and strikes at the werewolf from behind.
Okay. 2 on the dice. Will not cut it here. I will say, though, everyone give yourselves a hero point for good roleplay during all of that.
Alright. I will re-roll that in that case.
Mm-hmm. That will hit. This werewolf rushes in. You get a hit on its back. 11 damage plus bleed.
Is it wearing metal armor by any chance?
Yes, it is. Studded leather.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought we were gonna fight like more actual wolves, and it would have been a suboptimal option, but yeah, got lucky.
What does that change about it? If they're metal?
It's 1d12 in that case.
Okay, just roll another d6. Even though that's technically not how it should be, because then it's
Yeah.
2d6 and it's a little bit
Don't worry
different. Yeah. Maybe you could right-click into the rule and change it some way, but I don't know. Either way.
Or just roll a
Is
d12
there, like,
and replace the
toggle?
damage.
Yeah.
There's a toggle for me that I can use.
Oh, okay, yes. All right.
Yeah, we just didn't know about the armor.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yep. A map attack.
Okay. Swing for another, though this one will definitely miss as they get a little bit of bearing here.
It's okay.
Rask, over to you. Your brother has fallen.
Yep. Got to channel elements.
Water splashes through the dusty cabin.
As much as I want to lash out at the one that hurt my brother,
You still can.
I have to. It's what Rask would do. His initial little ball of water flings off toward the one that hurt his brother, and he screams angrily. And
Unfortunately, it goes wide. Your anger doesn't let you
not careful
hone
like that.
the strike.
I use Ocean's Balm on my brother Cal.
Pretty decent. 8 healing.
8.
Gets him up, at least.
Congratulations, you also have a tiny bit of fire resistance, question mark. And after having missed the one that hurt my brother, I'm going to lash out at the one that's been hurt.
Okay.
So I'm gonna form a whip of water and kind of like lash it at him, but I'm kind of like seeing red right now and not really fighting at my best.
Not quite focused, unfortunately. Another one is seemingly tearing through one of the windows here. Sort of wooden slats that are holding out, that would hold, glass that have been broken. He sort of tear down here, and he will. He'll use his final action to climb in. That'll be his turn. Tresser, your turn.
Alrighty. It's probably good to go for one that's coming up soon.
Focusing is very good. Less bodies on the field means less attacks against you.
Yep, I'm gonna go target this guy. Step. Sorry, brain fart. Exploit vulnerability, then that's the wrong button.
Alright, that succeeds. And what do you want to know? One thing about these werewolves.
Any special abilities?
They have reactive strikes.
Ooh, that's good to know. I'm glad I stepped.
Of course they do.
Ready. Lastly, I'm going to attack.
Alright.
Line my weapons with silver.
That will definitely be a hit.
That is a bear outside.
That is, yes.
Where there?
I am very scared.
As you slam your attack into this one, it's looking pretty injured. Not down yet, but close to being, maybe.
Alrighty, that's 3 actions. That's my turn.
Sforz, back to you.
Alright. Force is going to sort of rub his hand against the stubs of the electrified stubs of the werewolf that Stormbreak struck as he takes a step back. And then he's going to send an electric arc out to this werewolf and this werewolf.
Okay.
Picturing his voice shuffling his feet on the carpet to statically charge himself.
On the bare carpet.
As many sources as possible.
One fails, the one that's closer to Starnberg. The other succeeds.
Wonderful, that's the one
It'll
that's
take
more important
6.
right now.
And half to the other one, 3. Alright, that'll be your turn. Cal,
Yep.
you notice something about that wolf. It doesn't want to strike you down, at least reactively, because it seems to know something about that bite it gave you.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm gonna get up.
Mm-hmm.
I should have some stats effects on me. 1 second. Did the crit down me, or actually doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter for wounded, yeah.
Okay,
I wonder how many weird supernatural things Cal's gonna collect on him by the end of the campaign.
we'll see.
If Starberg bites him now, do you think it'll be like you'll get something different?
The bear seems sluggish. It doesn't seem to have taken a reactive strike.
Part of me wants to get out of this situation, but there's nowhere to go.
You can always try and hide behind me.
Okay,
Can always
let's get
deal
up.
some damage.
I think we need to deal some damage at this point. Cal's gonna inhale a lot, and he is going to breathe out a massive wave of fire.
Alright. To get up off the ground, taking the hesitation for granted from the other one. Will
Did I
hit all
that
3.
back guy?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it will. Because of the weird angles. It's definitely not 15 feet. Well, he is exactly, but that would mean he's inside of it. The one closest to you takes the brunt of it. The other two just barely do get out of the way. Pretty good roll there, actually.
It's a wave of ice, actually.
Frosty breath waves out at them.
Nice.
The one in front of you.
I know that Spores would appreciate ice instead of fire.
Mm-hmm.
It does indeed.
Really badly hurt, but that's all you guys can do before another wave of them crashes down on you. The one outside sort of reaches its axe in and tries to swipe at Tresor.
Oh,
This is your fault. Never should have come to these parts.
well, it's not like we were really warned that well.
You know that nobody comes here. This one
Probably not
sweeps
okay.
into Rask using the sweep trick.
Huh, cool.
As the great axe sort of slings into you for 14. He's then going to push his way in.
Wait, slashing. Hold on.
Hmm?
Spray him dramatically with blood.
I gotta find my reaction real quick. It's
That's okay.
I can protect slashing a little. It's been a couple weeks, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
It's
On the wave,
relevant.
slashing. Now I take the damage. This is my reaction,
A little bit less.
and I
alright.
absorb 4 of it.
Okay. He'll push his way in. Large creatures can step through or stride through single things like doors for difficult terrain. So push over here. Leering above you, almost basically reaching the roof with their height.
Cal just looks up at this bear.
This one here will take a step down towards Spores and go for a bite. $12 on the dice will hit you, Spores,
Ouch.
for 14 points of damage. I need a fortitude save as well.
Try not to die in this turn because I would like to attack.
Let me go ahead and hero point that.
Mm-hmm. That'll be much better. Okay, it's going to go for a claw strike as well. That's its final action. Agile. 19 on the dice. Does not crit.
Thank goodness. Because
It
of that.
will hit pretty hard. 13 more. No fortitude save for the claws, just their jaws. Spore is feeling pretty bad, but not down yet. This one here
Cry.
is going to lash out towards Starnberg, feeling the heat and the electricity coming off of them. Goes for a bite. Will miss that. Goes for another strike. And another. Angrily just lashing out at you as much as it can, hoping something hits, but nothing will stick. Going to this one. I'll help you, brother. Goes around the side. Goes for a bite. 18 will definitely hit. Because of the flank, it's going to be a crit, in fact. Starbrick, a hefty bite to your back as you're not able to reel around in time. I also need a fortitude save. Actually, no. You don't need to make this save.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
Not that
Sorry.
it matters.
Alright,
Goes
that's
for a
nice.
claw. Counteract. You feel it in your blood. It's already sort of like shot out of your system immediately. Whatever it is. You don't know. Well, you probably know. Oh, it doesn't make the start attack because it did move, so that'll be its turn. Starnberg.
Oh, I'm not wanting for targets. Let's get cracking. He goes for the weakened werewolf first. Brandishing his cane and missing immediately.
Unfortunately so.
I'm going for a map attack.
Mm-hmm. 4 on the dice isn't
Wow.
gonna cut it. Still rolling low.
Oh, but that means this one is gonna roll high, right?
I mean, not great if it's the last one, but no, it didn't roll low either, unfortunately. So you send out these strikes, you're just overtaken by so many of them. Just taking hits is what you're focused on. Spores, or Rask rather.
Cool. Unfortunately, one of them moved at the last minute. so I can't hit all 4 of them anymore. But I can still hit 3. I
Mhm.
gather up all my water and spray it at the 3 on the left.
Okay.
And since I'm doing the pacifying infusion thing, it's not going to hurt any of my allies and will be technically non-lethal. So let me get my tidal hands going.
Mm-hmm. Send a wave of water sort of interflowing between your allies.
It's kind of hard to...
Yeah, you're hitting all 3 of these on the left, right?
Okay. Yeah, all 3 on the left.
All
Somehow.
You'll roll their
Having trouble
reflexes.
placing it.
Unfortunately, a 19 there, 11 there will succeed, 3 will not succeed, which is the one that was near death. A high roll, 13, is enough to kill the one that was already bleeding and badly hurt. The other 2 will take half. Water's batter them against the old sort of chairs and shelves, sending them flying as well. Wood cracking behind them.
Technically, it's unconscious, but yeah,
It's got bleed, so it'll die.
He'll
it'll,
bleed up.
it'll die then.
It's
Cool.
fine.
That works.
Alright, that'll be you. Now, the one that was infiltrating the back rushes into the fray, goes straight for Tresser. At the side of its
come on.
ally. Goes for a Jaws bite. 9 on the dice, will hit. Just barely, though. For 6, total of 14. I need a fortitude save, as it goes for a claw attack. Which will also hit. That's 20 on the fortitude, you're just fine there. But do take this damage with a claw. Another 14. And that'll be its turn. Now back around to most of you guys. Rask. Sorry. Hard between you guys. Tresser.
Alrighty. Who's first? Out of these, I'm gonna move my exploit vulnerability to Werewolf on the right, mostly for the sake of my amulet.
Alright. It does succeed.
Lowest save.
Its lowest save, their lowest saves is will.
That makes sense. Okay, I don't think I can get into a flank very easily.
This space is free on your left, but you remember they do have reactive strikes.
Yeah, I can only really step. I'm gonna do that though, mostly the fill. I'm gonna step
Mm-hmm.
and then strike against the one to my right.
Alright. That hits.
I'm surprised that hits.
They're not
But hey,
too
I'll take
hard to hit. They're more in a frenzy, striking at you, not taking care of their defenses. Alright, that'll be you. Spores.
You are extremely muted.
Swords is. Sorry about that. Swords is going to take a step back, limping at this point. And as he does so, his hands move into a familiar incantation to gather a tempest surge around this werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
Bit on his last legs, but hey, he'll survive the next round, right?
Yeah, we'll see. The one on the left, so next to Tresser, correct?
Yeah, next to Dresser.
Rolls a 6. It definitely fails that.
Wonderful.
Surge
And
roils
now-
around them.
It's going to be
Clumsy 2.
clumsy too.
Much easier to
Nice.
take down as it's sort of can't get a footing on its feet.
Let's try to make the most of this opening.
Cal.
How's look at this werewolf to his right here, next
Mhm.
to Tresser? Does it look like it's gonna strike him if he moves?
Seems that they don't take reactive strikes on people that have the curse.
Gotcha.
What
I'm gonna
curse?
stride. Yeah, what curse?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna focus my energy again. I'm going to cast Amped Frostbite on this injured one next to Tressor after I activate my aura. Or my ability. So it's Frostbite, but burning instead. I need a fortune save, please.
Yep. As this roiling flame threatens to subsume them, even though Fortitude seems to be their best, they take the full brunt of it. There's going to be a lot here, actually. Total of 23 from a simple cantrip.
Actually get... Do you round up or round down for halves?
What do you mean round? Or where would?
I get half hit points, basically. It's 10 hit points.
Oh, round up. Always round up.
How long do those last?
The 10 hit points? Just a minute.
As
Till the
you
thing
good.
goes-
pull back on some of that energy, some of that life, even that sort of life of flame from them to bolster yourself again. Enough of this. You've already slain one of our kind. You. As he grabs for Starnberg. Actually, he's gonna go for a which one? Yeah, claw attack. Free hand claws towards you, almost a crit, but not so. Even so, as they claw at you, they sort of get a grip on you, or try to at the very least, going for a grapple. And that will certainly succeed, Starnberg. You are held firm by the beast. And we'll go for another strike with the claw. Or actually, no, do the great axe because it's free hand. The hand that has the great axe. They fail to hit. But
Keeping
you
me close is only gonna make it easier for me to strike back at you.
get the distinct impression that bears are maulers, so if they get a hold of you, they're gonna hurt a lot more. Or you're gonna hurt a lot more. This one
Oh, yeah.
takes a
Doesn't stop me from taunting him.
This one takes a step here. You heal your friends. See if you can heal without, well, blood in your body. That will definitely hit.
I'm going to use my amulet to shield Rask.
Okay. So put the amulet out to chat. Grass can drag that amulet into, or that put the reaction in the chat. The amulet's abeyance reaction. Not the actual amulet itself. It's in your actions tab.
There
Or
it is.
well,
That's the
yeah, that
effect.
works. Okay. Click on yourself, Rask, and click on that. I think that'll work.
Nope.
There we
You
go.
do not
Okay.
have permission to execute macro.
Yeah, Tresser, when you look for this, that reaction, that action, and that has the it is enough. Maybe you aren't able to do it. Either way, Rask, I didn't do the right value. I thought I had this fixed.
Oh yeah, it is right there.
So 2 plus
That
your,
is-
give yourself 6 back, Rask. All you need to do.
Oh, I
All
had
right.
it on my hotbar too, and I forgot.
Yeah, I'll have to fix that for next time. So it goes for a claw attack against you, Rask. Rask, I also need a fortitude save, as he misses. Rask, you feel fine. You feel like your heart of water and ice seems to push back on whatever this is. This feeling, tingling for a moment. Now this one here.
That's good.
We'll
Rask is
go-
already aware of water.
We're fish.
Go for a strike against Starnberg with Jaws. You held firm. It's easier on them, but you're still strong enough to push back. Not going down just yet. Goes for a claw.
You keep chomping as much as you like. It's not gonna work.
Well, they go for a claw, and you're able to sort of deflect it. On your turn, what do you do?
He's gonna turn his attention away from the werewolf, given that he seems like more of a small fry, and start dealing with the huge ass bear in the corner.
Okay.
Dang. First up, I'm gonna try to balance myself though.
Mm-hmm.
Let me. Root.
That definitely succeeds. However, battle medicine is manipulate. The one on your left will go for another jaw strike, seeing the opening, but misses. You're to push them back before you patch yourself up.
And second action, I'm going to swing at the bear.
Okay.
It's Ivo.
Miss, unfortunately.
I'm going to go for a map attack.
Sure thing.
Oh,
Hey, there's a natural 20. What's going to happen eventually?
Oh, finally.
As he sort of
Reject the
takes a
metal.
step back to laugh at you, he opens himself up way too much, and you slam the griffin claw straight into his stomach. The chainmail clinks, but does not pull the punch away from it.
You're not so funny now, is it?
I see we're not dealing with pests anymore. Equals, perhaps.
Don't forget the shock trait.
Yeah, that electricity arcs out. And I guess because of this spell, it will be the... Huh. Okay, the electricity equal amount of electricity damage to up to 2 other creatures of your choice.
22.
Rules is
Yeah,
written,
I'm
equal electricity.
choosing this one
That
and the
one,
one next to me.
Yay!
As an
It's my damage.
explosion, yeah,
Yes.
a lot of that's your damage. That's a good synergy on the shock critical. An explosion of
good.
electricity sort of surges through the room. It couldn't be held by the Griffin Claw alone and attracted to the others. One falls because of it. Alright. Pretty explosive ending to that turn.
Stomach blows a plume of smoke away from his still shocked weapon.
Hey, can you do that more often?
No.
All right. So first thing you got to do is bring up my aura. This allows me to get with a 1 free attack.
Mhm.
I kind of form it into a watery whip and lash it out at the bear.
Alrighty.
Okay, whip activated. It's kind of whips are like slashing, right?
Yep.
I think so.
That's my hero point reroll.
Okay. Natural 20, good reroll.
Okay.
As it's stumbling back from the force of Starnberg's strike, you take the opportunity to whip into their side, but it still doesn't bring down the massive bear just yet.
Cool. I'm going to put my full force into a second strike.
Okay.
I think I'm going to save my heal in case Torres goes down so I can pick him up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, map attack.
And they say Pathfinder stops ping-ponging.
You do miss, though.
I don't like rerolling on map attacks, so
Yeah.
skip.
Okay. Sent another bolt, but he was aware of it that time, sort of using his forearm to sort of bat it aside. Tresser, over to you.
Alrighty, I'm gonna attack this werewolf between Silvers and I.
Okay. Good flank there. Spores is just enough of a threat for it to keep its eyes across its, snout in 2 directions. That hits. Strike and a hit.
I did mention earlier that they were weak to silver. I did share that information.
Mm-hmm. They are weak to silver. Being werewolves.
I have a plate.
That's 1 attack.
Bludgeoning.
Yeah, very nice. I could cast the spell in my hand, but honestly, I don't. It's not gonna be good. I might just go for more attacks. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go for 2 more attacks against this guy between me and Sophers.
Yeah, go for it. 19 will certainly get you there. Almost crit, but not so. A little bit more damage there. Backstabber and all that adding up.
I love this so much.
And with that, because
Oh
they're
my
off guard,
goodness.
you're still hitting them. Again, these werewolves do not have their defenses very up. They're just frenzying and putting all their effort
Yes.
into attacks instead.
45 damage in a turn. That's
It is
nice.
barely standing at this point. A little bit more and it's down.
That is my turn.
Alright. Spores would like to, however, prioritize a little bit, and he's gonna start by, in his right hand, he hides behind his hide shield. And
Okay.
with his left hand, he reaches out towards the open door and ensorcels a wisp of lightning down from the skies to cast Thunderstrike on the werebear.
Alright. Angled to the side, sending it straight for the werebear with its chainmail. It's gonna have a -1 to its save. Let's see if that changes anything. No, it won't. Oh, no, it doesn't make it a critical failure.
Oh,
Just a
wow.
regular failure still. But a really bad roll for them.
Wonderful.
Thunderstrike claps through the door. It will be all that is left but ash and dust. Well, a little bit, yeah.
And some armor.
Mm.
Spores does a little fist pump, and then that's it for his turn.
Okay.
You sense that your reputation level with Rask improved slightly.
Cal, over to you.
The kobold will remember this.
How many times so cool and you fish will that account for?
Cal's not really gonna show any restraint here. He's gonna use an action to pull out a silver coin from his pocket,
Mm-hmm.
and he's gonna cast Needle Darts on the one next to Stormbreak.
Sure thing. So you conjure these darts of silver. A metal of the moon! No! Roll your crit damage. In your
have to
Unleashed
double it.
Psyche. Yeah, doubling that. These darts of silver sort of pierce its hide, here, there, in its face and its body. It's just pinned against the back wall, dead.
You guys can clean this up, right?
Easily.
I think.
That's Cal's turn.
Well, for the purpose of it, the last one will continue to fight. Foivo, you'll die. Looks to Spores, looking for vengeance. Goes for a bite. Rolls a natural 1. It's a little taken aback by what's happened.
Oof.
Claws at you in the corner here. You're not able to pull away from this one.
Oh boy.
Lashes at you
Yes,
for
sir.
10 damage. Amulet's Abeyance reduces that to 4 in total.
Is it enough? It was
No,
not enough.
he's unconscious.
Spores, you were
Well,
at
it was
10
worth
HP.
trying.
That was reduced by 6. You would be at
Yeah,
1
but-
HP right now.
You're not dead. Yay.
Yeah, you
You
would be at.
just do 4 damage, right?
Yes, you were at 5, so you'd be at 1 HP.
Gotcha.
What?
Use
Stop
that in this vein.
helping them! Goes for Tresser with a quick claw and fails. Up to one of you, maybe Starnberg. Starnberg, of course, is free from the grapple.
Bad luck for you.
With a taunting smirk, Starbuck approaches. You see, your technique is all off. Let me show you how it's done. And he's gonna cast Gouging Claw because he's being funny.
Okay.
The vampiric side is really showing once you've got Blood Rager, so you can be extra like this.
Step up and rip into them. Roll the attack. Will definitely hit. See some damage. 2, 1, 4, total of 9. They are still alive.
Died.
Not fall to your claw. Rask.
Okay. Fully powered blast of ice right into this thing's chest.
Okay. Natural 20.
Okay.
Roll your crit. As the full power, the full brunt of it slams into their chest, caves them in, and sends them reeling straight to the ground, a frigid husk of
Using
what they once
all
were.
of my strength for this crit. 12.
Yeah, well, 2 on the dice. Either way, with all the werewolves fallen, and their leader as well, you guys succeeded in this encounter.
Source coughs a bit of blood. That's all of them, right? They don't have any more waiting in the wings?
I thought we were all dead.
They don't have wings, they're dogs, not birds.
I mean, they might have some in like their rations, but oh, you meant
Do you know if there's more?
There's not any more. They had their wolves and these ones, the wares. You
Makes
slew
it
them
move in the
all.
box, doesn't it?
Every last protector of these forests. Well, at least protectors of the secrets anymore. I'm free of my obligation to them. It
I get the
sobered me
feeling
up.
that secret they were protecting is gonna be pretty mad at us, though.
well, that's if they find out. Well, granted, they have eyes in the sky, but still, that's if they find out.
Well, hold
If they
on.
didn't want to die, they shouldn't have attacked us. That's what they get.
The dragons, they might take it out on me for causing all of this.
Yeah, maybe you should disappear.
Or maybe you could go talk to them. I mean, you kind of look like them. I'm not there here to stop you. I actually know the way up, the way through the mountains. If you went wandering yourselves, you would certainly die in the frigid cold up there. If you want my help.
You want us to go talk to dragons to alleviate you from being in trouble with them?
I mean, I figured you had other reasons for going and speaking to them.
Well, admittedly, we were looking for a hag, but after learning that our hag is not the cause of the Hydra, we sort of have no reason to continue.
Excuse you.
Apologies.
Okay then. Well,
It is curious though.
what
I'm
is
sorry
here?
does this happen to I want to make it up to you. I'm the only person that can guide you in that direction. You came this far, you might as well go the rest of the length.
So what are these things after all? They're people. They're animal people.
They're were creatures. Creatures that take on the form of, well, creatures of the wild. I don't know where it came from. Honestly, I don't know why.
that how
They
they
call
got
it a
their name?
curse. Where?
That's a good one.
The
Well,
were
I mean,
creatures, yes, I guess. I don't know. They just say were creature.
I wasn't making a joke.
No, either way.
Well, I guess now they were a creature.
Well, needless to say, we're gonna be spending the night here.
Yes, I know it's a little bit drab and run down, but the roof is hopefully going to stay up overnight, as long as it doesn't rain or something. Maybe you could read some old hunter's almanacs or something.
Yeah.
I think they were a bit destroyed in the siege, as I used them to barricade the door, more or less.
Oh yes, maybe
I
you
think
could
there's
salvage
some
something.
books. Like
I
what's
didn't
this one?
fireball them or anything. It should be fine.
Oh,
I
there's some smoldering wood over there. You should put it out.
either way, I feel like I
Where?
have something stashed around here I could give you in the morning too, as thanks. My head's
Yeah.
Man looks
pounding
like that.
though. What's
Does
that?
that mean you killed one of these things before and made them a rug?
No, I think it's a normal bear.
That's a coincidence. He never let me live that down. A few times I even spoke to them. But I really appreciate your help here. Should be safe now. Yeah. And with that, give yourselves 120 experience points. And on top of that, 50 more for the, well, learning of a guide that will take you to the dragons. And helping him get home. We'll combine those for 50 experience. Which means level up. Rask, I think you missed the first 80 experience.
No, I think he actually got that in the chat.
Oh, for some reason it's showing 830 on you right now, but
Yeah, 830 is because 750 plus 80 is 830.
you turned your voice changer on.
You're Kobold voting, yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
There we go.
I completely broke.
I have the voice changer set to my numpad keys,
Oh.
and I'm typing.
Mhm.
That's beautiful.
But yeah, you
That is
guys
very
at this
funny.
point level up.
Okay, so we do level up.
Yeah, yeah. I give you 50 extra story experience.
Story experience, gotta love the fixed for rounding errors.
Mm-hmm. Exactly what it's there for.
There we go. All of my experience notes finalized.
It's back.
Oh god.
I guess it's just gonna happen every once in a while. Rask.
I may need to find new keys.
Yeah.
He's gets really
I
into
forgot
character.
I had numlock on.
Yeah. As you guys rest, you consider the journey so far, and you may level up. Level 5.
His horse was pretty badly injured, and when the wound wounds heal over, they heal over in the shape of wings, little winglets.
Mm.
How
So-
convenient.
Do I get critical specialization since I'm trained in the weapon I have, or
Thaumaturge weapon expertise.
yeah?
It doesn't give you crit spec. Crit spec is something that comes on its own, like brutality. While raging, if you have the critical specialization benefits. Yours doesn't say anything about crits.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I feared.
Not every class gets crit spec, or at least gets crit spec at level 5.
Mine's done.
Quick for kinesis, I imagine.
The hardest part was figuring out which skill I wanted to increase, because I'm kind of in the weird position where just about everything I do somebody else also does. So I'm like, what would be the best use for this increase?
Mm-hmm.
And decided I'm just gonna go with athletics.
I think the one thing you have on lock right now is healing.
As far as skills go, like
Oh, sorry.
yeah, like my best skill is survival, and you're technically still slightly better than me at that. So it's like,
Kineticists
That'll
are the worst
change.
in the game for skills,
you
unfortunately.
really are. So I'm like, I'm just gonna raise my physical stuff a little bit, I guess, as my sides.
My hardest choice is figuring out which ancestry feat to pick and then consequently ignore.
Okay, so in the system, there's no Kobold weapon innovator. Is that not a feat anymore, or?
What would you want? You will want that for crit spec, right?
Yeah, because the crit spec for picks is just extra damage on crits, and that is nice.
I thought they rolled all of that together. If I recall, they rolled all of that together into one feat, so you don't have to keep going down the feat line. Let me look
Yeah,
it up.
just
Oh,
get
they updated
Kobold
it.
Weapon familiarity
So
should
I-
give you that.
Mm.
Okay, so the one I currently have on my sheet was before the update, but the one in the system has it so that at level 5,
Yeah, level 5 you
I get
gain.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm gonna update that.
So yeah, you get it anyway, and good choice too for your
Oh yeah,
build.
I love that they rolled that together. Oh, I love it so much.
I can subject everyone to a mild amount of body horror now.
What did you get?
I am gonna get
Cool.
demoralized.
That's,
Dragon's
that's just
presence.
snake stuff.
It's
That's
a
normal.
shed. Yeah, it's shedding.
Oh yeah, the shedding, but you all don't shed. I'm
We're
just
kobolds, I'm
telling
pretty sure we do.
Cool. I also now have an ability called Winter Sleet. That
Mm.
makes it so that my aura is slippery, difficult terrain, I think. And is it difficult terrain? I'll double check it. So stuff like will trip and fall, slipping on the ice is really great. I don't know if it might not be difficult terrain after all.
This doesn't say like it only affects enemies.
I have very good news about that.
You
Oh.
safe elements, I think.
I have safe elements, so that is like a free thing that I can do. I can just use designate you all as safe from my aura effect.
Mm.
Oh, that's nice.
It's basically a required reading. Or
However,
required taking.
safe elements is turning out to be very, very useful for my tidal wave attack.
Mm-hmm.
Do I increase my wisdom for initiative, or do I increase my intelligence to get another skill because I have regalia?
What's more appropriate for Dresser to have?
Definitely not wisdom.
Get intelligence then.
Wisdom helps your will saves, but if you're okay with letting that go.
Honestly, I'm supposed to be good at will save, so that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
No lord.
Wisdom doesn't mean you're like, I don't know,
Wise.
wise. It just means that it can mean you just have a strong will. Oh, what the heck happened? Why did my Discord just close randomly? Hold on.
I have it in charisma
Huh,
though.
that's weird.
So,
My Discord just randomly closed.
man, I really hope they update some thaumaturge feats before I'm able to choose them. There's this one cool feat that is supposed to let you use a magic item twice, but it's like really bad. Like only one item, one extra charge, and it
Oh.
only affects the DC to set it to yours rather than attack rolls as well.
Oh.
And my Fujitech's all broke for some reason when I crashed out of Discord.
Ooh, that's not good.
So all the sprites on screen are broke.
Aw.
That's okay though. We're sort of at the end of the session here. Oh no, they fixed themselves. There we go.
I went from +10 to +14 on my main attack. That's great.
Oh, you're equal to my attack roll, actually.
Mhm.
Yo,
Big leaps.
ooh, new abilities. Ooh,
Hey,
spin
guys.
split.
Does any of your bites feel kind of funny?
Oh yeah, can I
Not
do an
really.
esoteric lore check on the bites?
No, mostly just my back.
Sure.
Not cringe, please.
I have to click it every time I see it.
Hold on, let me check if esoteric lore when that gets upgraded. 7. At 3rd level, you become an expert. Wait. Oh, I should have upgraded that a while ago.
Oh, yeah.
Whoops.
Oops.
Well, with your sudden expertise, you realize that yes, Cal is probably cursed by the werewolf curse.
Only Cal or anybody else?
Nobody else seems to be showing any sort of signs of itchiness.
With my roll, will I be able to determine how we could counter or stop this curse?
With a 31, I would say you do realize that there are stories about an arduous, a difficult ritual that involves wolfsbane, imbibing it, and making sure it's done before the full moon.
Hey, so first, you're like big nature guy. You know how these star things work. When's the next full moon?
Oh, that'll be just in well,
Roll
In
survival.
What's next
time
one?
frame.
survival. Okay.
Yep.
You know, I get the feeling that Cal is gonna be a bit hounded by this encounter.
S'mores, luckily, it seems that the next full moon is in 3 weeks.
Oh, that's 3 weeks away. You've got nearly the whole month to work on this.
I'm sorry. What did you say, Tresser?
Don't worry about it. We just gotta get something out of your system so you don't become a wolf bold. So you would look good with wolf.
What does the curse even do?
Makes you look like one of these. What's the word? Not bastards. Bastard?
Dastards.
Yeah, dastardly. These dastardly creatures. That's definitely what I was saying.
Cal looks like he's freaking out.
It's okay. We
Yeah,
have
We
like
have
3 weeks before the changes become irreversible, and I think
irreversible. Okay,
How
well we
we
have
could,
to
like-
we have to we have to kill him because we can't cure. We have to cure.
wait, kill
I
him.
think
I
there's
mean,
something wrong
that's
with
a
me.
little premature. I say we wait
I-
at least 3 weeks before we kill him.
I meant
Rest.
cure.
Cure
That's
Cal.
why-
I feel
Why?
stressed. I feel very stressed right now.
Don't worry, Cal. If we have to kill you, I'll make it quick.
I don't know.
I don't want to kill my brother.
Nobody's
I mean-
killing me.
We don't have to kill him. I mean, there's certain boons in to be had in being a rare creature.
I mean, if we amputate the limb, like, he didn't like bite you on the shoulder, did he?
It's already been a whole night's sleep. I think it's a bit late for that.
Hmm.
Why are you only telling me this stuff now?
Well, I had a good night's rest to think about.
He also started complaining about the itchiness just now, so
I mostly didn't tell you because it is funny.
It actually came to me in a dream, most of this. You know how my dreams show things.
so your
Heard
source
it
is that you saw it in a dream?
Yeah.
Well, sometimes walking away from a problem gives you insight because it helps your brain kind
See,
of like
rest gets it.
untangle itself, like a fishing net that's untangled, and then I'm done.
Most of my head work is done while I sleep. While I'm awake, it rests, so my body could work.
Well, it seems like a bit of a wrench in wherever we're going, I think.
Yeah. Don't worry, Cal. We have like 3 weeks. We'll fix you up. But may I ask where the bite is?
It's on his upper shoulder.
Oh yeah. Okay. So amputation. Well, I mean, if we amputate the head, no, that.
Okay, so it's time for me to ask the question that everybody's overlooking here. How do we do the ritual?
Oh, that's a good question. I need to dream on that again.
Well,
Yeah,
I
you've been-
prefer if you. I can put you to sleep right now if you want.
No. It's fine. I need to do things before I'm ready.
Hey, mister, you've been living in the werewolf woods for a long time now. You gotta know something about this, right?
What he says is right. You need to do a ritual. I wasn't going to be told the ritual to cure myself by the werewolves, now was I? I don't know, but I do know maybe where we can get some wolfsbane.
Yes, we will need that. Did I say that? I thought I did.
Hey, that's one step at least.
I keep mixing up what I do and don't say. But yeah, we need wolfsbane for the ritual. It's a bit of a lengthy one, so we do want the time to work
Sure.
with it.
Chester, you're gonna be doing this ritual.
I mean, like, I know this stuff.
Well, you're
Ah.
not exactly a magical kind of person, are you?
No, but I know things about magic.
Yep. Well, knowing about it doesn't mean it's safe for you to do it.
Well, you do the weird mind powers things. Like, Starn just
Yeah.
bleeds out. Sulfur's. I don't know what Sulfur's does, and Rask is very skilled at he has a very particular set of skills that do not apply here.
Okay, so this ritual thing. What if you botch it? What happens then?
Maybe it's like a half werewolf where you get like some of the qualities but not all. Hopefully you don't get the ferocious qualities.
Yeah, these guys seem very angry. I don't know if that's something I want.
I mean, you're normally kind of grumpy, so
I don't know. I would
But
say that
manage it.
like living with this hunting instinct certainly brings benefits. Probably feel very similar to what I'm going through.
I don't know. The first kind of ugly though.
But it'll probably render you immune to getting affected by my kin in particular ways.
Yeah, like at least it's a wolf and not the bear, right? Like bear would be really bad.
I don't think I would have survived that.
Yeah, you would have died.
Wait,
if
what,
you
what
survived,
are
it
you,
would
what
have
are you, what are you talking about, Starbrick? That makes you immune to vampirism or something?
Well, because I'm immune to whatever they are transmitting, and I would assume it goes both ways.
Yeah, I was wondering what would happen. Like, if you drink their blood, would you become werewolf vampire? Or if they...
No, I would just become a bit more ferocious in my demeanor.
That's interesting how those two things interact. Like, I wonder if you could force someone to become both. I'm not going to
there's
try that
something
because
wrong
it
with
sounds
me.
terrible. But maybe we could see that one day.
Either way, I think you should probably start getting used to it, as I have my own doubts about getting you fixed.
Let's say cured. Let's use the wording cured. Um,
What are you talking about, Chester? Swords, you can handle something like this, right?
I don't know the ritual, but I'm sure I can.
Cal doesn't look very comfortable by that.
don't worry, Sophers knows enough. Sophers knows the spell casting. I know the ritual. I'll write it down later. I won't forget. Yeah, it's morning now, right? We rested.
Yeah, you rested.
Yeah, we had that whole dream thing. Ooh.
That
We have
should
3
be-
weeks. We should prioritize getting the wolf's bane, though. That's very important.
Can we prioritize getting this thing out of me?
Yes, this curse. Huntsman. I'll be honest. I did not remember your name.
It's Yasik.
Yosik. Yes, that's right. That sounds familiar. You said you know where Wolf's Bane is?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
After last night, my head's a little bit clearer. I was going to find that reward for you in here too.
That's good. One step at a time. You
Yeah.
sound a lot better too. Like a weight is off your shoulders.
Yeah. And though, with that, I would like that to be the end of tonight's session. Yeah,
Yeah,
30 minutes
that
early,
was
but
fun.
I've had a
This
long
is
day
certainly
today.
a fun development.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really enjoying just like being really shoddy and like unconfident and just worrying Cal.
You're not sparking confidence here.
Exactly, I'm
That's
not
sparking
sparking
any
joy.
joy.
Who knows the ritual does not know any magic. You could not make this any more perfect.
Oh yeah, I know the exact ritual. I think. It's something like that.
I can't use it though.
I'll wing it.
You have an esotericist. Of course, you have some way of doing this ritual. But
I love the theming of a thaumaturge because it's the epitome of magic bullshit. It's just,
but yeah,
uh,
I hope you all enjoyed. Those watching, I appreciate you all being here today. No matter how long you were here today. I mean, it was a long day for me, but I got through it, and I'm actually surprised. I felt like I was doing it just good. I felt like a little bit less energy at the end here, but yeah, I think this will be a good way to continue the campaign on time every week, so I don't have to worry about the weekends anymore. And
Here's hoping it stays that way.
yeah, I think so. I think it'll be fine. Either way, we'll figure something out. But yeah, thank you guys for being here, Side Effect, Dark Rim, everybody who is watching. And yeah, that's it. Chris, you stream.
Sure do. Hi, I'm Chris, the player of Resk, and I stream on Wednesday and Saturdays at 6 p.m. Central at Twitch at Captain Kobold. So feel free to drop by. It'd be great to have you.
Just taking over my Saturday spot.
That's right. It was a pretty easy swap.
Mm-hmm. So, that all being said, everyone, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you for the next episode of Spark in the Dark. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.